saying everyone is entitled to what they, to their opinion.
Yeah.
I love that we have, conspiracy theorists on the show.
Who's the conspiracy theorist?
We've had Alex Jones. We've had
talking about pizza, Pat. Let's deliver.
Oh, Pizzagate. Oh no, Pizzagate. Oh no.
Disorderly conduct and larceny. By the way, there's
why is he keep fidgeting? Is this nigga on drugs?
Not every story you hear is actually true.
That's your pushback.
What's good, y'all boys? Welcome back again to another video. It's your boy Boss Enosch, and today we're gonna watch something that it seems like it might be pretty interesting. It's Valuetainment, so Patrick Bet David and Adam, those guys. I think I reacted to one of their videos before. It was breaking down like the Oscars' new nominations and requirements to get nominated, the racial quotas and gender quotas and stuff they got now. This video, they're talking about the recent allegations, or at least the allegations getting brought back up about Obama being gay. Recently, Tucker Carlson dropped an interview with some white gay dude, old gay dude, saying that him and Obama had sex and Obama smokes crack and yada yada yada. I didn't watch it. I didn't really care. I kind of ignored it because I don't care. Obama's not the president. When Obama was president, there was a lot of people, a lot of right-wingers, a lot of Republicans that spent their time attacking him and trying to discredit him, making him crazy. So when it comes to like conspiracy theories and stuff towards Obama, Obama wasn't the best president, I don't think, but I don't really buy into a lot of stuff because there are some racial undertones with some of that stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not saying that Tucker Carlson is racist or PBD is racist, because I don't know. And I just, it's some, it's whatever. Like, I don't care. If he's gay, what the fuck that got to do with me anyway? But I think I understand the point is that, if this was about like Trump or somebody, the media would go crazy with it or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. It just sounds like a bunch of like gossip. Like, it feels like TMZ type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really, it feels like the shade room kind of lowbrow journalism. I don't care. My opinion on PBD before we get into it, I think they talk about a lot of important stuff like Larry Fink, BlackRock, George Soros, ESG, because these are things a lot of people don't really talk about or call them out for what they are. They do lean a lot into like the conspiracy theory stuff. I'm not saying conspiracy theories are bad, but there are a lot of conspiracy theories that are just crazy and loony, or just they come off as crazy. You have to really have discernment to see, is this something that has validity? I hate that word. Is there validity to this claim, to these theories, or is it just grifting for the algorithm to get money? You know what I mean? Because listen, a lot of these people, even though I think I'm more conservative leaning, I guess, right leaning, maybe when it comes to more social stuff, I don't like using any of these terms for myself, really, because if I just see some bullshit, I see some bullshit. You know what I mean? And if you can convince me of something that if it makes sense, if it actually helps people and it's smart, then okay, I'm down. I don't care if it's a Republican saying or a Democrat. A lot of times for liberals and Republicans, they make my bullshit sensors go off, my bullshit radar, and a lot of these people be unhinged. Radar.
Yeah, in Chicago. So guys, he brings him there, Pat. He gets Barack. They have some drinks. He's doing cocaine with him on a CD thing. Barack pulls out a pipe and he smokes it. And even Larry Sinclair's like, to each his own, whatever. They start getting down in the limo. But here's the thing where people are like, why do you care? And listen, I'll get to that point. But let's go. I did a timeline, Pat, of suspect activity. And first of all, yesterday, Michelle Obama, knowing that this interview was coming out,
that's another thing too. That's another conspiracy theory that Michelle Obama's a man. She's transgender. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Like, bruh, like, come on, bruh, like, bruh. And like, that's a racist trope of black women being very masculine. Okay, is being very masculine. So and maybe some people are saying that, maybe they don't realize that. But that's where that shit comes from. And it's like, bro, just because like she's not a super beautiful lady, you think automatically she's a man, bro, and people keep saying that like it's a real thing. Like that, some of that is why they say Republicans are racist or right wingers are racist, right? Because like there's a fringe side of it that just go and push these crazy stuff, and it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Where is the proof that she is a man? You're just saying she's a man and trying to put things together, blurry pictures and stuff, and picture where she looked ugly and say she's a man. Oh my gosh. That shit is annoying.
She traveled to...
And I'm not even a Michelle Obama fan. That's the thing. I don't like the Obamas. Michelle Obama fucked up school lunch, okay? School lunch used to be good until Michelle Obama got there and they made that shit nasty as fuck, okay? I was never a fan.
New York or Spain and spent time with her close friends, Jamie Costa and his husband, Michael Smith, a gay couple, without Barack. Barack stayed back, all right? Let's go through the timeline. 1999, he smokes crack with Larry Sinclair, who, mind you, Pat, signed the affidavit and passed the lie detector test. I don't know if any of you guys have taken lie detector tests. I have in the military. You're not a guy, some random dude that's gay and does drugs, and he's not passing it, Pat. CIA operatives know how to pass it because they train to pass it, okay? So I think his claim is legit. Let's go to 2007. Choir director at Barack Obama's church, Donald Young, who allegedly knew about Obama and his homosexuality lifestyle, was murdered in Chicago in his apartment. He was shot multiple times at close range, twice in the head. No signs of forced entry. The door was unlocked, but the neighbors said they didn't hear a gunshot. All right. Fast forward, 2014. Joan
That's weird.
Rivers, TMZ asked her on camera if the country was ready for the first gay president, and what did she say? We already have one with Obama, and Michelle Obama's a transgender.
She did say that.
2 weeks later, she dies on an operating table on a routine medical procedure. Fast forward.
You have to be openly critical, right? Just like we say you can't believe everything the mainstream media says, you also can't believe what independent people say, because at the end of the day, everyone has biases. Whether it's CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, everyone has biases. Medical malpractice. Joan Rivers died December 4th, 2014 at 81. The comedian's death came days after she stopped breathing after undergoing a routine endoscopy. Allegedly, that the doctors performed unauthorized medical procedures as they were caught taking a selfie. Whoa, she was okay. Mishandled the procedure by performing a large endoscopy on her vocal cords without consent instead of an endoscopy. Okay, yeah, so that's fishy. That is fishy. That's fishy. That's fishy. That's fishy. And Joan Rivers did say that. So she died September 4th. When did she say that thing about Obama? July 4th. Okay, that wasn't a couple days later. That was a couple months later. A representative for Rivers released the following statement. I think it's a compliment. She's so attractive and tall with a beautiful body and great face. Shut the fuck up.
July 2023, Obama's personal chef, Tafari Campbell, a self-proclaimed trained swimmer, was found dead at Martha's Vineyard, right by the Obama estate. Allegedly, he was paddleboarding in 8 feet of water and he drowned. He was found naked and his clothes were like far.
That story was weird too, because that boy know how to swim. And listen, I'm not caping for politicians and big corporate establishment people. If they want people dead, they can get people dead, okay? It's not people have been assassinated before. They could definitely do it now without ever being found out. Maybe 50 years later, I don't know. But I'm not putting it past anybody. But again, it's hard to say it without looking crazy, and if you don't have anything to back it up, like all you can say is that it looks weird. You know what I mean?
Our distance away, and they won't let us know who he was paddleboarding with. Oh, and by the way, Michelle and Barack, initially they said that they weren't on the island. They were there. And photos surfaced, Pat, where Barack had a black eye, but nobody got into that situation.
Brokeback Vineyard.
Exactly. And lastly, just recently, old love letters from 1982 resurfaced that Barack wrote to his then college sweetheart, Alexandra McNair. And in one of those letters, he wrote, and I quote, "In regard to homosexuality, I must say that I believe this is an attempt to remove oneself from the present, a refusal perhaps to perpetrate the endless farce of earthly life. You see, I make love to men daily in my imagination." He tells her this. And here's my thing, Pat.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. That's a letter that he wrote to, I guess he wrote to Michelle or somebody, or a friend or some shit, when he was like in college or whatever, like when he was a hippie liberal in college. There's a guy on TikTok. I always thought that was weird. It's like, what the fuck you mean? That sounds like some weird, like, theoretical, like philosophy type shit. In the mind, like, is he saying that in his head he wants to be gay and he does that in his head, but he doesn't act on it, or he's just like using it as a metaphor for like just things in general?
I can care less that if you're gay, if you're not, I don't care. But if you're holding on to that secret and you've been lying to us all this time, because technically, if this is all true, which I believe in this guy.
It would be funny though if he was gay and he was the one that was against gay marriage at first, even though he's the one who ended up passing it.
Why is Larry Sinclair? He's been saying this, Pat, mind you, since the early '80s. He went in front of in Washington and he told everybody he's broke.
Oh, he did?
He doesn't give a damn if they're lying about that. What else are you lying about? What about those emails that WikiLeaks, Julian Assange leaked with John Podesta and Hillary and all these guys, where Barack and them are talking about pizza, Pat? Let's deliver.
Oh, Pizzagate. Oh no, Pizzagate. Oh no.
$65,000 worth of pizza at 1:00 in the morning, and then they call us conspiracy theorists. Just be.
Do I think Pizzagate is completely unfounded? I think there are inconsistencies with the story because the guy, right? First of all, the guy who owns the state is like a Rothschild. So, is that an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory? But they kept saying there's no basement, there's no basement, there's no basement. But in an article that they did, an interview that these people did with the guy who owns the pizza place, he literally says, and it was a year actually before the Pizzagate stuff came out. He says in the article that they have a basement and they have harvest parties there when they get like tomatoes or shit or new fruit or some shit, and they harvest the fruit, they put it downstairs in the basement. And you have Hillary Clinton on TV saying there's no basement, there's no basement. Ha ha ha, basement. What basement? There's no basement. It's weird. Fact check. Barack Obama did not spend $65K on pizza. Okay, tell me why it's fake. 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 Email chain between employees at Texas-based geopolitical intelligence company Stratfor. The chain was released by WikiLeaks in 2012. I think Obama spent about $65K of taxpayers' money flying in pizza dogs for Chicago for a private party at a White House not long ago. Assume we are using the same channels? Stratfor employee Fred Burton wrote in an email posted to WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks claims Stratfor is actually a front for a secret agency that provides confidential intelligence services to large corporations and the government, including agencies like the DHS. As a matter of corporate policy, Stratfor did not address the nature of stolen cyber emails other than either confirm or deny. None else of the validity. What I think is when people don't confirm or deny, it's probably real. They won't say if the emails are real or fake, and they didn't. There's no evidence of $65K being spent or a party at a White House. See, yeah, that's the thing with Pizzagate. Like, they just say it's crazy because it sounds crazy. Oh my gosh, it's a secret pedophile ring. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Of politicians that we know? Because that sounds insane. That sounds like a movie plot. You can't run and say that it's facts because you have to have facts to back it up. That's how the justice system works, for example. You gotta show proof. You gotta have facts. That's weird. Whatever, anyways.
And then they call us conspiracy theorists. Just be out and open because guess what? Congratulations. You'd be the first gay president. Mm-hmm. Do it. Come out. Say it. What?
Well,
what?
Anyway.
What anyway? Adam, you already that anyway. You're like you don't believe any of it. That anyway
listen,
was I don't believe it.
I believe that everyone should have the ability to speak. Nobody should be canceled.
Yes,
including wild conspiracy theorists.
Who's a conspiracy?
Okay, I'm not.
So all those things I listed are conspiracy.
I'm just saying everyone is entitled to what they to their opinion.
Yeah.
I love that we have conspiracy theorists on the show.
Who's a conspiracy?
We've had Alex Jones. We've had
how much of his theories that you would say?
Well, there was that one thing that he kind of screwed up on.
So he can't mess up ever.
No, but
a lot of them are right.
Some of them have been right.
The water turns the frogs gay, Adam.
Obviously, but then there was that one thing.
That is true, though. That's true. The water turning the frogs gay. That's real. A lot of a lot of chemicals in birth control has been shown to change to gender bend fish and frogs. Okay. Now the data that the research for that, it wasn't on a wide scale. They used a specific data set, but from their research it shows that it is true. It has been doing that to animals, which is very strange.
Have been right.
The water turns the frogs gay, Adam.
Obviously, but then there was that one thing.
Okay, all right.
It cost them $1 billion.
Yeah,
but, But all right, so.
Oh yeah.
It seems like you're taking the stance that Obama is definitely gay.
I would put all my money on that he's 100%.
So what are the chances? You just said 100%.
I would put all my money. So when there's smoke, Adam,
this is the problem that I have. I wouldn't put 100, and I wouldn't put 0. Anytime that you're like, definitely 100%,
yep.
There's no question.
Yeah.
I'll put every amount of money on it. Okay, let's just back up a second because we're talking about this guy, Larry Sinclair.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we all of a sudden
you can't just automatically believe shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because something's fishy does not mean that's facts. Yeah. Because think about that mindset. Think about how often that mindset has been used for evil. Let's go all the way back. Think about the Salem witch trials, right? Oh my gosh, is that bitch reading? She's a witch! Kill her! Think about with black people, right? Think about Emmett Till. He what? He's trying to that white lady? Get him! Hang him! Burn him! Beat him! And all he did was whistle or something. Allegedly, all he did was whistle, right? Nigga ain't do shit. And they killed him. Think about how often that mindset is dangerous and destructive. Me being a black man, okay, being a black guy, and being somewhat aware of the history of black people in this country, You know, they was doing Me Too allegations on black men before hashtag Me Too was a thing, okay? Before people even knew what a hashtag was, okay? They was doing that shit. Witch hunts, right? When there's smoke, there's fire. Not all the time. Sometimes it's not even smoke. Sometimes it's just fog. And you can't see clearly, okay? So you have to have a system of checks and balances when you approach theories and conspiracies and shit like this, okay?
Now believe a gay crackhead, Obama blowing drug dealer, criminal.
He's not a dealer. He wasn't a dealer. Drug user. He used
My
it.
bad, Vinny.
Dealing is whatever.
Who's a known Satanist.
Okay, what's
okay?
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you
Allegedly,
go ahead.
allegedly,
Conspiracies.
who has a 27-year criminal history.
Not 27. No,
he's been in. Oh, so now you're Larry Sinclair's lawyer, Vinny.
Did you watch the video last night? Did you watch the video the whole hour?
No, I'm not going to spend an hour on Larry Sinclair. I was studying the economy. I was studying Trump.
But that's the problem, Adam. You didn't see any of it.
That's true.
You didn't hear anything.
You know what I did do? I did spend some time reviewing his rap sheet. So he spent time in jail. In Colorado, South Carolina.
Yo, the video got kind of crazy. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm getting some crazy vibes from this nigga, bro.
In Florida, Arizona, he did spend 16 years in jail. He's had 97 run-ins with the law. He's been arrested. Hold on, Vin.
16 years? No, he wasn't.
He's been arrested for forgery, fraud, disorderly conduct, and larceny. By the way, there's
why is it he keep fidgeting? Is this nigga on drugs?
rumors saying that he's terminally ill. So he's going out with a bang. He's got nothing to lose. So listen, if you want to go on, I'm saying this with all sincerity. Yeah. Go there, all good.
Okay. Yeah. So what that sounds on me, do a character analysis, character study. The Larry dude sounds like a crazy dude who does a lot of crazy shit, does a lot of drugs, has been in jail, in and out. Right now, I'm really kind of feeling like it's the equivalent of getting picked. If I went outside, went to West Orlando, and just got a crackhead off the side of the street in front of a restaurant somewhere, and put him on a podcast, and had him say, "Oh yeah." And it's like, bro. It's kind of, there are examples of homeless people being like tested on by the government and stuff. So, like with LSD, for example, there's a lot of people who who the government did experiments on to try to find mind control. Okay. Try to develop mind control. Look up MK Ultra. Okay. So that's real. But, that's like this percent of homeless people compared to this amount of homeless people. Okay. So the odds that this Larry Sinclair guy telling the truth is like,
okay, I'm just inclined not to believe this guy.
So listen, the paddleboard story, the cook, the chef who can swim, him drowning is very strange. Drowning in 8 feet of water when he can swim is weird. That is weird. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So here's my.
But I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know how to tread water. I don't know.
Question, Adam. Yeah. If let's just say I saw something happen, okay, just because I've been to jail doesn't take away the fact. And I want you to explain something to me, Adam.
97 run-ins with the law that might smoke. You said there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, 97 is crazy.
It works both ways.
But here's the thing, Adam.
And I hope if Vinny says that, I hope he's not also, George Floyd was a criminal. I hope he never said that. I hope he never said that. If he said it just now, I hope he never said that about George Floyd, because then you're a complete hypocrite.
How can that guy pass a lie detector test? I don't know if you've ever.
Well, I actually read about that, and allegedly,
you can't. Nigga, if lie detector tests are so valuable, why don't they use them in court? They don't. Has ruled that polygraph tests are admissible in court, but only if both sides agree to admit the results as evidence. Okay, so both sides got to do it. Oh, whoa! In virtually every jurisdiction, the answer is a resounding no. Though called lie detectors, the reality is that a polygraph machine does not have any capacity to detect the truth or falsity of a statement. Rather, it measures a person's biological processes to determine if they're experiencing a psychological event, such as an increase in blood pressure or heart rate. These conditions are considered to be indicators someone may be lying. Okay, so it's not saying that they're actually lying. Cause look, let's say I'm having if I'm doing a lie detector test and I don't know, my heart rate increases. What if I just saw something or had a memory or something that just triggered me for something? You know what I'm saying? Or if I just sneezed or something, or if I just I had an itch real quick, or I just felt like a wince in like my bladder or something. I like wince real quick when I'm answering the question, and it catches it. Does that mean I'm lying, or I just had to go use the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? But again, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a very simple-minded way of thinking. Say, oh, look, see, he passed the lie detector test. See, how'd he do that? And if you're just really super calm, like, no, yeah, no. You know what the fuck? Yeah, I think I would pass too.
Use the word allegedly.
Go ahead.
The polygraph test is what it's called. Came back as it indicated deception. So do some more research. Find out what actually happened.
He passed and signed an affidavit. Adam.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So wait. So all
Listen,
the.
I don't have an agenda. I
don't
love you,
have-
brother.
I don't
You
have a-
clearly have an agenda.
No, I don't. But
That you
I
want to
wanna- I
convince
just-
the world that Obama is gay.
I just
If
want to
he's-
say,
does.
There's no
Boy.
indication of that.
Okay,
take
before
a
you-
cold plunge.
Well, can I take
Hey.
one thing? Don't forget your thing, Patrick. If you had $10,000 cash right now and somebody said you have to bet one way or the other, you can't take the money. Whatever you win, you win. Do you think Obama's gay or
I
not?
would love to hear Pat's answer. Go ahead.
If you hold on, because I love this smirk.
I wonder if PBD is going to answer, because from what I've seen, I mean, what I think. I wonder how he's going to answer. I feel like when it comes to super duper conspiracy stuff, I feel like he's not going to take a concrete answer. Like, he's not going to do it that's too controversial. You know, when you talk about ESG, talk about BlackRock, okay, that's stuff that's rooted in the business world, rooted in finance, so you can see it for yourself. Like, that's not nothing he's making up. The George Soros guy, I mean, he said himself that he sees himself as a god. That's real. You can look it up. He said in an interview. You can hear the recording. You can read the transcript. But with something like this, where it's not really, it's unfounded claims, bro. It's just somebody saying shit. It's somebody saying shit. I think PBD is smart enough to not say he
Hey, Rob,
believes
can
it.
you DoorDash some
By the way,
popcorn?
I'm asking everybody this question. Tom, be ready for this. Patrick, 10 grand. You are not leaving this room unless you make a decision, and if you win, you get to take the money and you go.
You know what you just
10
remind me? You ever seen the movie Couples Retreat?
Yeah.
If a guy had a gun to your head, is this marriage going to work out or no? Tell me right now.
Yeah.
You don't put a gun here if your
are-
therapist had on the first time.
If you
You
had
are
to
the
guess,
jackass.
if you had
If
to
you
guess,
had to guess.
if
I
you
once hit a
had-
guy
I
in
already
Detroit.
know his
Bounced off
answer,
the hood
but
of my
go
car.
ahead.
Don't ever
Go
know what
ahead,
happened.
PBD.
I don't know. I will give you ratio. I won't give you a bet like that. 10 grand is not going to do anything. But if I give you a percentage of these guys having this experience together, I don't know, 30%. I would say it
You're
happened.
even that high,
Yeah,
Pat?
30%.
30%, dude? Stop it.
But hear me out.
Yeah, go
Hear
ahead.
me out on why I'm saying 30% is not actually that high. What's confusing for me is the
Damn, it's
following.
raining.
Why are people on the left so worried if he's gay?
That's what I'm asking.
Why are people on the left so like, what is wrong with
On the left, does he mean the right? Why are people on the right so worried if he's gay?
being gay, leftists? Huh? Mr. Democrats?
Yeah, I thought it
Aren't
was
you
o-
guys LGBTQ? Aren't you guys like, what is wrong with being
thought
gay?
it was okay to
Well,
be
I'm
whatever.
sorry.
There's also
Shouldn't
gay
you be-
Republicans.
Shouldn't
Okay, he's trying to say, okay, I see what he's doing. I think what's the problem is that he's framing what left-wingers, I hate these terms. He's framing the issue that people on the left are having with that, oh, you're trying to make fun of Obama for being gay. Or Obama's like, they're trying to frame him as like homophobic, I guess. But I think the argument is more so, y'all are trying to discredit him by calling him gay, trying to make fun of him by calling him gay. I think that's where it comes from. Even though it's unfounded, aside from that letter, which is weird. So I think he's trying to misrepresent what people on the left's argument is.
Shouldn't Democrats come out in support of saying, hell yeah, we got a gay president?
Congratulations.
Why are you all of a sudden anti-gay? Why are Democrats all of a sudden so concerned about the president being gay? Everything you're doing in California...
See, okay, when it comes to PBD, this is what I mean. And I'm starting to peep it a little more. That if I'm watching more, because I just watched one the other day with him and Roland Martin. I watched him with Sam Packman. Like, I think one thing to really understand people and their ideology is to watch them when they interact with people that don't agree with them, and watch how they conduct themselves and how they talk and the arguments they use. So I watched him versus David Packman. I don't really like David Packman. And I didn't watch him versus Sank, but I watched him versus Roland Martin, and I watched him with Tim Pool. And I'm kind of getting this idea where he is, I mean, he might just be grifting, bro. Not all the way, but I feel like some of what he says, either he fully believes it. Well, I think he believes everything he says, right? But I think certain shit he says it to remain with his base. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna go as far as say what Adam is saying, right? Where it's like, aha. But he's like, he like, look how he just tried to flip it back on leftists or left wings or whatever.
With all the schooling, all the indoctrination, you want more people to be gay. So guess what? You finally have a gay.
Like me, I'm a real person. I don't give a fuck. I think my highest view video right now is we're video reacting to the racism against white people. And I'm like, oh yeah, the Asian dude is right. A lot of people racist against white people is stupid. I'll call it out. But I also believe that white supremacy is real. Someone who is just grifting or only wants to say things that his base will appeal to. Like if I was fake, right? I'll put that video out and I'll be like, white supremacy is not real. Racism is over with. Da, 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 da. But I'm not that way. I'm a real person. I actually believe what I say. And some things you might agree with me with, some things you won't. It is what it is.
Right, that's, stories are coming out saying that.
When people get bigger platforms, they be scared to do that shit. That's why I appreciate Destiny, because even though he's definitely a liberal, he doesn't co-sign and agree with everything the fucking Democrats or liberals or leftists or progressives say. You know what I'm saying?
That he made.
It's just honesty. I like honesty.
He
Not just a guy. You have a flag carrier.
You gay?
So and then, for the other part on stories. This is the part that's just. This is why BMW and Mercedes are trying to compete with Tesla and all this stuff. The left doesn't want to hear this story. If this person, the lady came out saying, rape is not about physical, rape is about thought. And Anderson Cooper's like, we got to go to story. I'm really enjoying this conversation. Let me get this straight. You will give that person, the psycho lady, you'll give that person airtime to interview them, but you're not going to be interviewing this guy. Got it.
Good point.
Okay, he's talking about the lady who was saying that Trump did something to her. That lady did seem kind of weird, and that the clip he's referencing is funny because that was like, what the fuck? Anderson Cooper was like, what? What do you mean? It's mental. It's she like it. Like it was some weird shit. That was crazy. They didn't think she was gonna say that, but that was related to a criminal case, I guess, against Trump or a civil. It wasn't criminal. It was civil. It was civil. My bad. It was civil because Trump didn't go to jail. And the judge ruled him not guilty or something or some shit. He still had to pay. I don't remember. Whatever it was, Trump was walking free after. I think he just had to pay money anyway. That was involving an actual case of a recent president who has a lot of things going on against him right now. Some valid, some not valid. Because even though it does feel like they have an agenda against Trump right now, if he did a couple of things differently, they wouldn't have had as much of a case. And I think that's the facts of it. They wouldn't have as much of a case now if he did some things differently. This is what it is. So comparing that situation to this random dude, Obama been finished being president. There's nothing criminal that they're talking about and that Obama did. There's nothing tangible. So that's the difference. You can't compare it.
Already lost a lot of.
Why would they bring him on the TV for? To what? What do they gain from that? There's no criminal case. He's not saying Obama did something to him. I don't get it.
Credibility with me, so you're full of shit. What is the difference between those two people? That person's got credibility? This person's got credibility? Yeah. No, or you pick and choose your stories. You're not journalists. You are campaign managers. For a person you like that's part of your political party, they lose credibility there. With this guy, I watched him. Here's what he looked like. I mean, I'm just going to give you I watched the entire interview, by the way, just to kind of get a feel on whether I believe him or not. Like when I watched Karen McDougal, okay, and she said, I'm convinced we loved each other. I don't know if you've seen the interview with Karen McDougal.
One.
That one you watched.
Supermodel Playboy girl who allegedly had sex. Allegedly.
By the way,
Not 100%.
What did I say when Karen McDougal came up? What was my
You believed
ratio?
her.
I believed her.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I believe she loved him, and I actually believe she still loves him, okay? Because I'm going based on what I saw, and my percentage on that one is like 70%, okay, where I saw that. I'm saying on this one, 30%. I watched the guy. And, when you're running an insurance company or a sales company with a bunch of sales guys, your job is to know which one of your salespeople are full of shit and which one's not. Yeah. No, I didn't sign that forgery. I would never do that. Like, yeah, bro, I don't believe you. Okay? I don't believe you. And you take the paper and you put it on top and you're like, nah, this is definitely forgery, guys. I'm sorry, this guy's going to lose his license. You screwed up. You shouldn't have done that. Oh, my God, I was just afraid. I'll admit to it. And I said, dude, I can't protect you now because now Department of Insurance got involved and the insurance carriers got involved. They have you on freaking recording. Multiple times. What are you doing? Done, right? Our job as compliance is to watch. Now, it doesn't mean we get it 100%. That's why there's
Okay, come on.
Even if you're terminally ill. It's not this the first time he's coming out with the story.
25 years ago.
25 years ago. It's not the first time he came out with the story.
In Washington.
Yeah, so he came out with the story years ago. And,
in Washington?
he's coming out with it again. It's not like it's last minute. So even to say he's terminally ill, that's more of a reason to say you want your legacy to be. there lies the man that gave a president a blowjob. Like, is that your legacy? So what is it going to say on your tombstone, right? Cracking blowjobs, right? That's your tombstone? Is that what you want your legacy to be?
Yeah.
Walking by, Mom, who is this? What is a blow? You know, you're going to have to kind of go through that. Yeah. So, no, I don't know. I think, you know, there's a part of it that's true. And to me, you know, I don't know a lot of presidents. I don't know a lot of men who, you know, accidentally call their wives a man's name 2-3 times. I don't know a lot of people that make mistakes like that. I just don't. You know.
Michelle, Michael. That's another thing they say that I think he's called her Michael before. I don't know. Maybe Michelle and Michael are pretty similar. It's not like it'd be different if her name was Jennifer and he said Michael. You know what I'm saying? Or Jerry. That's different. But Michelle, Michael, I don't know.
No, I've never called Jennifer Joe.
Ever.
I've never said, hey, you know, and
Yeah,
Joe
Jennifer
and I, you
Joe.
know, the other day, I've never done that.
Do you have any?
Who did Barack call
Michael.
Michelle?
He's called Mike. He said.
called his-
Oh, hold on.
He called
Michael,
his,
Michelle.
but
Many times. Many times
Yeah.
he's called
So-
him
so
Michael.
for me-
live.
So you
for
want
me-
him to be gay?
No, I don't, Adam. That's
for
not the,
me, all I'm saying is I'm staying skeptical. I'm staying skeptical. And to be quite frankly, like, the most pathetic thing to me is that Democrats are embarrassed if he's gay.
Exactly.
That tells you how much of a hypocrite you are, that you're now defending against a person being gay.
I don't know. You gotta show me, because what do you mean how did they be embarrassed that he's gay? If Barack Obama today came out and said that he was gay, they were bisexual, I feel like they would promote that. They would push it. They would promote it. But again, nigga like Barack, I would also understand not coming out with that, because what's the point? You know, you already have an image. It'd be weird to just come out that you're gay out of nowhere.
Gay, where to you it's normal to be gay. Why do you care so much? That's the problem I have. I don't have a problem with all the other details.
I have an issue here, guys.
Go-
I'm sorry.
go-
I'm sorry.
Go for it.
And I'm just gonna say something. I believe these stories just as much as I believe the stories about Donald Trump. Let me explain. So, and by the way, I'm not an Obama guy. How often do you hear me defend Obama? I said
No.
I like Bill Clinton, and I like Joe Manchin, and
You voted for Obama, though.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That I have to
support
love
You're an
him?
Obama guy.
No, we're not going to play this game. I
It's not
voted.
a game.
Oh no! See, listen, PBD is a smart guy. I think he's a smart business guy, but you have to listen very closely to what he says, right? Because the type of language and the way he talks, especially when it's like motivating. I watched one of his motivational videos before or whatever, and like I said, one of his businesses was an MLM. The way that they get people is using that motivational language, okay, to activate poor people. Okay, I almost got sucked into a Forex before, right? Because I had a friend that was super into that shit, and then I had another friend that was trying to get me into. I think PBD's was life insurance, so it was actually a perfect combination. The fucking snaky MLM format, but with something that's actually a beneficial product, which is life insurance. Life insurance is good for you. If you have life insurance, go and get it. Anyways, I don't want to call him a snake oil salesman, but again, I don't know what other businesses that PBD has done. Okay, I don't know nothing else about him. So all I know is that he came up and he was able to make money. He came from nothing. So, but you have to listen to what he says for real, and not just get caught up in like, okay, I like this dude. What he says sounds nice and legitimate. It validates what I already think. But you just have to listen. I like that Adam is pushing back on stuff, because that's good. You know, you always gotta, no matter where you are in life, no matter what side you belong to, you always have to be moving with an open mind and open ears to really listen to everything that's getting said to you, so you can question things that need to be questioned.
You also voted for Obama.
I didn't vote for Obama.
Okay.
Okay, let me stick up for my man Vinny, though. They call him a conspiracy theorist.
That's true.
I'm a
but the
coincidence.
mainstream media, they
Also, oh, well, you're an Obama guy. You vote for Obama. Come on, bro. Just because I voted for Obama does not mean, okay, I'm an Obama guy. That may mean that at the time of voting, he seemed like he was the best bet. And there's plenty of times people vote and they didn't really want to vote for that guy. They might have seen it as the lesser of two evils, because a lot of people see it that way. I see it that way a lot of times, because Republican, Democrat, two wings, same bird. Okay? It is what it is.
Went over P tape.
I'm sure when people vote for Obama, they didn't know who's gonna bomb all them fucking villages and shit.
Mainstream. Stormy McDonald's mainstream.
Thank you.
So
my point is this.
Tapes, though, they call him a conspiracy theorist.
That's true.
But the mainstream media, they went over P tapes mainstream. Stormy McDonald's mainstream.
Thank you.
So
my point is this. I'm skeptical as hell.
But Stormy McDonald's, that's not a conspiracy theory. Didn't Trump, I don't care. Like, me personally, I don't care. But if any president did that and it was exposed, the media would cover it. I'm not going to lie to you. Because paying for a prostitute, because prostitution is illegal, but like having sex with somebody, whatever, and then paying them off, like if Obama did that and it was exposed, yeah, they would cover that. And it'll be worse too because he has a family. They might talk about it a little bit nicer, right? But they'd bring it up. Trump, it was just icing on the cake because they already didn't like Trump. You know what I mean? Something like that, like you can't hide that shit. It is what it is. If it came out.
Oh.
There's no, you can't substantiate any of his claims. He's just been saying this for a long time.
When I hear, Trump has a love affair with his daughter Ivanka, there's people like, oh, he probably bangs his daughter. I'm like, dude,
that's too far.
There are people that say
it's
that.
It's not a thing.
Right.
Okay, he goes to these modeling competitions for girls who are under 18, and nah, I don't really think so. Mm-hmm. I do think that Trump has cheated on his wife umpteen times and has banged hot porn star chicks like Stormy Daniels and models like Karen McDougal. I actually think that's true. Okay? But the point is, not every story you hear is actually true.
That's your pushback?
No, what I'm saying is this. I don't think that Democrats are basically being like, how dare you?
They are, though. No, they are.
No. I just think they're like,
show
here's
me,
another
show me,
ridiculous
show me.
story
No, they are.
that they want to push. And the guy's married for the last 20 years.
No, that's kind of like
Adam,
let me give the opposite side. Let me give the complete opposite argument. This is kind of like a
okay. So PBD, you said you think it's maybe 30% true. So are you with it or are you against it? Come on.
Word comes out that Ron DeSantis running for president. Rumor gets out the first woman he had sex with is his wife Casey. He lost his virginity to Casey after being married. And conservatives say, there's no way that's true. The guy's a player. He's been around. He's a good-looking guy. He's a Navy SEAL. He's a stud. But wait a minute. Hey, many of these Christian guys, you want, your virginity and your Bible and all this other stuff. Why are you now saying no to this? What happened to your virtue signal on being Christians? That's how pathetic this argument they're making is, that they're embarrassed about something like this. Now, for me,
let's take a moment to think about that. Okay, they're trying to say Obama. Okay, Democrats, they like gay people, right? So if it came out that Obama was gay, even though he never showed it that way, he always had a family, and he had his wife and kids, but secretly he was gay, you support it. Compared to Ron DeSantis, he's married, waited till marriage to have sex. Same wife, same woman, all his life. But really, he turns out that he was actually what? That shit don't make no fucking sense. It don't compare. What the fuck?
My question isn't even this. Forget about the story. I don't wake up in the morning wondering if Barack...
That's the thing. That's how you know PBD is a good salesman. Because he's like bro, that nigga a professional bullshitter. He just made that shit up off rip. You know what I'm saying? That's some good bullshit. If you're not thinking about it, because they're already on to the next thing. You don't have time to sit and think about that comparison. You know what I'm saying? But if you sit and think about it, okay, Republican, Democrat, Republican, Obama, Ron DeSantis. Obama, secretly gay. DeSantis had Obama married with kids, but actually secretly gay. But Democrats like gay people. Republicans, they like conservative, but secretly he's bro, it doesn't make sense because the people that are saying that, oh no, because in his example, he was saying, oh no, he was a stud. No way, I don't believe him. Why would people say that? They have no reason to say that. It don't even compare. It don't compare. It don't compare.
Barack Obama's gay or not. That's his wife's problem. It's not my problem. They need to figure that part out. My concern is more deeper than...
If there was unsubstantiated claims of that with Ron DeSantis, okay, it's unsubstantiated. Just proof that he's been with his wife since whenever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Your name is Tucker Carlson. Mm-hmm. You got 5,000 people that you can interview that's going to be interesting people to interview. the hell are you doing interviewing this guy?
Thank you. That was my next point.
But actually go.
Yeah, why the hell? Like, why would Tucker Carlson do that? Like, there's nothing else for you to talk about. This is your independent journalism. You know, this is your stride. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It comes off as tabloid bullshit.
Yeah, why?
Why? Why are you doing it?
That's a great.
Are you doing it because, like, let's go through all different angles. One, are you doing it because, well, I've always wanted to do this interview. Fox never let me do it. I'm putting it into, Fox's face. Okay, cool. That could be a possibility. Check. I believe it. Two, are you doing it because you are on the inside and you have friends across media company everywhere? A lot of people that maybe were editors, maybe were insiders, worked at Fox. Now they're at CNN. Now they're at MSNBC. And somebody saw a memo or a link or story or a conference call or a meeting that leaked and the door wasn't fully closed that said, hey, Michelle Obama's running for office. Mm-hmm. Okay. What happened?
Nothing. I'm asking Rob to do a poll to see if our audience thinks Obama is gay.
I already did. I can tell you
Okay.
that we have over 2,000 votes. 77% of the audience believes that Barack Obama smoked crack and had gay sex.
Bingo.
All right. Now I know who we're working with out there. Good.
Yeah, because their base is a lot of right wingers. Okay, that's what it is. Your base is a lot of right leaning people who latch on to conspiracy theories very quickly. You know what I mean? That's why. You can't be surprised.
Good to know, guys.
7%.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but
So
your point.
77% chance. You're at 30%.
Can I
I'm
make,
at 2%.
Can I make my
I'm
point?
fucking fired up right now.
Yeah.
A ridiculous audience.
So
love you guys.
It's
though.
your ridiculous party. Is what it is.
No.
I'm a,
Stop
yes.
it. No,
yes.
I'm a registered independent.
Yes.
No, we're not playing this fucking game.
Yes.
No, I'm a registered independent.
You've always voted for a Democrat president. You're a registered Democrat.
No.
You've always voted for a Democratic president.
I'm a registered
Have you
independent.
ever voted for a Republican president?
No, I have
Don't
not.
hide around the bush. You never have. You've always voted for left. So that's the party.
But I'm a registered independent.
But you can be.
You think I was going to vote for fucking John McCain?
You can
think I was going to vote for fucking Donald Trump
be a
at that
registered
time?
anything.
I'm an independent.
You're a Democrat. You voted Democrat your entire
So
life.
you're a
on the-
Republican,
No, I
even though
voted
you're-
for Clinton.
Yeah.
I voted for
He
Clinton.
voted for the
I have
side.
voted for
So
Clinton.
that's your out.
Absolutely.
Okay, got it.
I have voted
Got it.
for left and right. You've
Got
not.
it.
So no, because the position you take.
Yeah.
It's not that simple. That's the thing, that he's trying to simplify it, and something that a lot of people do, because a lot of these conversations are very nuanced. If you simplify it, boom, you can win debates because you're simplifying it. Because it's easy to, if you make something simple, if you simplify it, it's easier to just spout it off in a debate, in an argument, really, right? If it's like, because if you really try to break down the complexities of a lot of things, like, okay, well, yeah, but those just the best options at the time, or maybe this time I didn't vote, or it was actually this reason why I voted for this person, not this person. Oh, there's no time for that debate. It's about who can get it off the loudest and the fastest.
Yes.
The position you take.
What's the position?
Your position is like, I'm not going to play this. I'm not going to play this. Your political party.
No.
Your political party that you voted for your entire life.
Yes.
Your political party.
Even though I'm a
that you
registered independent.
Your political party that you have voted for your entire life is.
And if Adam was a super Democrat, any type of dude anyway, I don't think he'd even be doing this podcast. You know what I mean? Like, why would he be here?
Embarrassed of this story of, God forbid, Barack Obama being gay, and they're the same ones that push about people, supporting LGBTQ. What's wrong with that? That is.
See, yeah, he's misframing, and I haven't seen anybody actually like. I haven't actually, Let's see. Let's look at the reactions to Tucker Carlson, Larry Sinclair, because I haven't seen any like Democrat reactions to that shit. Democrat liberal reactions. Like, I'm sure most people just like whatever. Okay, Tucker Carlson, Larry Sinclair. What? Oh, Elon Musk questions Tucker Carlson interview with Larry Sinclair. Not super convincing. Okay, see, it seems like Elon Musk has a brain. Not super convincing. Yeah, anecdotal evidence, yada, yada, yada. Barstool Sports founder, the least trustworthy human I ever laid eyes on. Claim the story has 0% chance of being true. I will trust Anna Delvey before I trust anything Larry Sinclair said. Talk about maybe the least trustworthy. That's funny. Tucker Carlson seems to think Obama is a gay crack addict. It's a new low for conservatism. Like, Jesus Christ. Baseless and tasteless, and there's a reason why he was ignored. Even for Tucker Carlson, his supposed Obama sex was ridiculous. Okay, so PBD is saying that Democrats are mad that they're trying to call Obama gay, and they should have no problem with them calling Obama gay because they support gay people. He's saying that that's their argument. And I know the Guardian is pretty left wing. You saw her Guardian talk about Sound of Freedom and compared to Cuties, right? So look, you know how crazy it is to claim that, oh, no one else is coming forth because they killed everybody. It's crazy to say that they killed everybody like this is a big mafia movie. Like, I'm not saying that assassinations has not happened. I'm not saying that there aren't secret covert ops that happen, because they do happen, okay? They do happen. But then, it makes you wonder, why did they assassinate Edward Snowden? Would it be too obvious or something? The point is, you can never really... It's like I said earlier, you can't just say these things happen because there's no proof. There's no proof, okay? You could say maybe, but you can't take it any further than that. If you try to take it further, you just look stupid because you can't prove it. Why did Carson feel the need to dredge up a discredited conspiracy theory about Obama? Did he come across new information? No. Carson just wanted to spend 40 minutes being racist, homophobic, and trying to humiliate Obama. The segment, which aired on Monday night, was full of racist dog whistles. At one point, for example, Carson claimed nobody could pronounce Obama's name despite it being very easy to pronounce. Right, Obama. Very easy. Now, if they said Ramaswamy, okay, I guess. But even that easy. Ramaswamy, whatever. And barely veiled homophobia, Carson made sure he synthesized that he was very, very heterosexual, and if a man ever attempted to try with him, he'd break his hand. Yada, yada, yada. Did Carson believe any of his broadcasts? We're not claiming is true, but they're certainly credible, he said at the beginning of the... Yeah. Fuck no. Fuck no. But I never liked Tucker Carlson anyway. I think when I knew I really didn't like him, or took anything he had to say serious, was when he downplayed the Buffalo, New York supermarket shooting, when some crazy dude went there and he said he was going there because he was looking for black people, and he discredited it. He said, oh, we didn't know if it was racially motivated when the guy said it. I'm like, what are you talking about? You stupid? This is what I say. People in their ideologies, they get so caught up in trying to appeal to their ideological side, and they don't want to give any ground to the other side. They refuse things that are true. That's why I be talking shit about liberals. I be talking shit about feminists. I talk shit about these woke people, and I would talk shit about a lot of these Republicans, a lot of these right wingers, because they do stupid shit like this. This is dumb.
Absolutely insanely embarrassing from one perspective. Okay, when I'm being reasonable to you, saying you Karen McDougal for me was 70-80%. I'm at 30% with this guy. Not at 70-80%. I'm telling you, I'm 30%.
He's at 100 though. Our audience is at 70%.
That's his opinion.
I can have my opinion.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I'm at 2%.
Okay, great. That's where you are.
Okay.
But let me go back.
I have the judgment to say that it's not zero.
The next time,
that's great.
if you want him to run a poll, text him. Say if you want to run a poll. I'm making a point.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This should make me want to unsubscribe, bro. Cause like he going real hard for some shit that he said he don't even believe is real.
What I'm saying with Tucker,
you're like, bro. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, he's grifting. I'm convinced now.
you causing me to lose my train of thought. I'm in the middle of it here telling you right now. Number one is, why is he doing it? You got 5,000 people to choose from. They can interview. So are you doing it because you want to put it back into Fox? Number two, are you doing it because you're worried Michelle Obama's running for right now for office? So it's like, let me kind of put this out there. I don't know. Is it number three?
Has Michelle Obama ever showed interest in running for office?
Doing number...
Like, I don't think people even see her as a politician to begin with. But she don't want to do that shit,
because Obama never gave you an interview, and you're like, oh, okay, you don't want to give me an interview? No problem. Here's what I'm going to do to you. I don't give a shit if I ever interview you. Here's my vengeance back at you. Great. Number four, are you doing it because...
And look, stuff like this is why... Okay, they'll be like, oh, well, why would they come on the show? Why don't you come on the show? I think there was another video that I didn't react to. It was somebody, maybe a disgraced Democrat. I think he did some nasty shit, like some sexual shit. But... PBD kind of like went on a tangent listing names of people connected to Hillary Clinton that died or something, and it seemed like kind of like a bad faith type of thing. But they're like, I invite you to the show. And then they say that they invite people to the show, but they don't want to come on. Well, if you do stuff like that, of course they're not going to want to come on, because it looks like you have an agenda. It looks like you have a bias, but you're trying to act like you don't have an agenda or a bias. You know what I'm saying? You're throwing a stone and hiding your hand. If you come and you're bringing up the conspiracy theory that, oh, these people had all these people murdered, but you have no proof of that, why would anyone want to go on your show? Because it sounds ridiculous. Is it because, the mainstream liberal media establishment doesn't want to hear the truth? Or you're not approaching these things in good faith? And it's a clever way. It's a clever thing to do, because you could easily just say to your base, they didn't want to come on because they don't want to get exposed. They didn't want to get exposed. Well, of course they wouldn't want to come on a show and get called out for the murders that they maybe had a hand in, because who would want to do that? Yo, this shit is so funny to me, bro.
Mainstream media covered everything on Russia collusion for 3.5 years, and smart guys like him believed it. And many other people believe that was actually happening until 3.5 years later, report comes out, it never happened. It was actually funded by Hillary Clinton. Move on. Let's go to a different story.
Yeah.
And we have to all follow lead and move to the next story. Yeah, maybe.
And because there are things, I can't give you an example off the top of my head right now, but yes, there are examples of the mainstream media having bias. We talk about this shit a lot. And let's say something don't look good for someone on their side, they're going to brush past it. Can I think of an example off the top of my head? I mean, when they try to call Republicans Nazis and KKK members, they treat it as if that's a fact, that's the accepted opinion, that's the only opinion, and they push that. You know what I'm saying? But when Vivek says it to someone else who's actually pushing discrimination, they act like it's something crazy. You could say that. What's another one? You could say, what's another example of left-wing media bias? When they said, Ron DeSantis, he said that slavery is beneficial to black people. That's not true. That's not true, but they pushed it like it was true. So I'll call out shit that's not true. Obviously not true, but then you got to be fair about it. This shit is just a lot of bullshit they say right now in this podcast. And Adam, I feel like Adam's kind of questioning him being there right now.
Maybe that's why
he's
doing
like,
it,
why am I here right now?
Mainstream media was full of shit during COVID, and there's a couple people that lost a lot during COVID. One of them is mainstream media. They lost.
I think mainstream media was full of shit when it came to COVID, and because mainstream media was full of shit when it came to COVID, it bred a lot of full of shitness off the other side. Because now these people don't trust nothing that you're saying, so they're gonna go the complete opposite way. Trump said something like, maybe injecting bleach. Oh shit, he did say something stupid shit like that. That's funny. It's like, bro, it's like, I don't know, it's like cognitive dissonance. People don't realize both sides is causing these turmoils, right? A lot of it comes from the mainstream because it's fueling the feelings on this side, and people get roped up into it because they see actual instances of things being not truthful. Let's keep going.
Credibility. Never has the word fake news been used until COVID showed up and Trump showed up and Russia showed up, and then people realized, you know what, this fake news thing is real. Credibility of how much Americans believe the media is the lowest it's ever been. Not in the last 10 years, not in the last 20. It's ever been in the history of America, because they're full of shit and the American people are sick of it. And you're starting to notice people are going to get their news from a freaking podcast. We're not journalists. We didn't go to Columbia University and be fed the same bullshit that everybody else was being fed. We're sitting here like regular people saying, why the hell are you lying to us so much? Are we supposed to believe all of this stuff is true and you only investigate the people from one side and not the other side? Is that what we're supposed to sit here and believe?
That's the thing, though. This dude is not credible. It's a fucking criminal drug. It's a criminal gay crackhead. What the fuck do you want them to do? Oh my gosh, you can't show me an equivalent to Trump with this situation. When has the mainstream media, the mainstream liberal establishment Democrat media, brought up a freaking criminal crackhead to discredit Trump? There's nothing equivalent. Maybe that lady who I think that did have sex with, her and Trump had sex. I think that was, I think that lady was kind of weird and ditzy. But that's not equal this Larry Sinclair dude. Shut up.
No, we also want to ask certain questions. I don't know why Tucker did this interview. This makes no sense to do this interview.
Can I ask you a question,
Yeah,
Pat?
of course.
Do you think this helps or hurts Tucker's credibility?
Hurts.
I don't think it helps.
Okay.
I don't think it helps. I'm a reasonable guy to tell you this. I don't like when Rob brought the story to me and he says,
That's the thing. That's the thing. They know it's stupid. Not Vinny. Vinny thinks he's gay. Trump, Obama's gay. PBD knows it's stupid because I tell you, PBD's not I don't think he's dumb. I don't think he's dumb. He's older than me. He's a lot more money than me. He's lived life longer than me. I don't think he's a dumb guy. I think he knows this is kind of stupid, but I think it's strategically he realizes this is dumb. Cause why would you do this for? Come on, bro. It's stupid. But he has to put all these qualifiers around it because he probably wants to hopefully have a relationship with Tucker Carlson probably like in the future maybe. Because I remember he said he offered Tucker Carlson money to join Valuetainment and he didn't do it.
A lot of eyeballs and we got to do this. I'm like, I don't know if I'm interested. Okay, I don't know if I'm interested. And you remember, Rob, I said something like that to you if you remember this. I mean, you know, we're obviously throwing, your job is to give different stories,
Yes,
right?
and we've discussed similar things where it's personal lives that don't matter, like the Dylan Dennis thing. We
I'm not
discussed having
interested.
him on, and you said I'm not interested
and by
in
the
doing
way,
that.
Another story I will say that only you and I know this, where guys like, hey, this is what really happened to my relation. Do you know which one I'm talking? I'm not going to say the name, but you know exactly what I'm like, I'm not interested, bro. I called the guy back. I'm like, I'm not even going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. That's not my interest. Okay, that's your problem between you and your wife. You guys go figure it out. Now, if you are making it so crazy that we have to freaking touch it because you're putting it out there, then our mistake's on you. In a situation like this, I don't know if I'm interested in this story. Is it entertaining? Does it get eyeballs? I'm really curious why you would do it.
Can I speculate why?
You can speculate. Yeah,
All right,
you can speculate.
You hit the nail on the head. Eyeballs. How much was Tucker Carlson's contract at Fox? A year.
40 million a year, was it?
No,
Whatever it
wasn't 40 a
was.
year.
No,
It's like 20 million?
20 million. Was it?
Yeah.
How much is his contract at Twitter?
He's not making any.
Bingo. So, he's in the eyeball game before.
Yeah, so he is relying on the common denominator of the fringe, super terminally online, right-wing white people to come in that didn't like Obama or regretted voting for Obama. They say, oh my gosh, look, see. So he's banking on that. He's banking on the fringe, which is what they would call alt-right. Oh, ooh, yikes. It's the same mindset behind alt-right, banking on the fringe. You're trying to appeal to the fringe. And this is just like a super, let's keep going.
Now, I mean, he's the number
It's like,
one.
it's clickbait. Tucker is on his own, making content. You know, he probably should have just went to YouTube and bought a studio, went to YouTube, you know, started making videos for YouTube and continue being a journalist, okay? People gonna come watch him just off a name only, do what he was already doing. But he did it on Twitter for some reason, and it's like, I don't know. Now he's trying to, and I don't think Twitter's ad revenue works the same way as YouTube would work. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's for money, bruh. Maybe it's for money.
Let's just say, talking head. I don't think that Tucker Carlson can be considered a journalist at this point. I would say he's a pundit, right? Because a pundit, their job is
He's not
to
a
give
journalist. He's not a journalist. He was a news anchor.
opinions. This is not a factual story. This is an opinion story. This is a guy who, at the very least, can we agree that this guy may have some credibility issues? No?
I'm not saying
a gay crack-smoking felon?
You went to, I'm not in your camp. I'm not in your camp. What I'm saying is this. I think Tucker is an absolute investigative journalist. I think Tucker is doing the right thing interviewing this guy. I think others should have interviewed this guy 15 years ago during the election.
So you think it's the right thing, but you just said you don't know why he would do it.
To him about it after he did a lie detective test. All I'm trying to find out is why you're doing it today. This should have been interviewed a long time. I think this is a miss in the job of the people of mainstream media that never wanted to talk to this guy because they were afraid.
Because if some random person, if someone ran up and said, because if it was the same exact story, right, and they did it to Trump, they would go and look at it, but once they see that it doesn't make any sense, they'll drop in that shit. Now, you know what Democrats would take seriously, if in terms of Obama, if someone from the past said Obama R-worded me, Obama did this to me, and I held it for this long, but now I'm going to talk about it because now I feel comfortable talking about it. I feel safe talking about it now. I need to be brought to justice. Then they will look into it. But if a random person saying, "Oh my God, look, I smoke crack and I suck Obama's dick," they don't care. That's just gossip. That's not a crime. That's what I was saying earlier. It's not a crime, and he's trying to equate it like it's the same shit.
Of losing, credibility and relationship with, Obama.
That would be funny to see, though. I want to see how they would handle that if Obama had a sexual assault claim against him, how would that be handled? You know what I mean? I don't know. Something like that, I feel like would just get hush money, which is what anybody does. All the people, Republican and Democrat, they all do that shit. If something like they have something like that in the past, they use hush money to keep the mufflers quiet.
They all feared that they wanted Obama to invite him to their birthday party and their annual celebration or their inauguration, all that other stuff. There's a lot of clout in being in those types of meetings to say, I got an invite from Obama. Obama was a Ronald Reagan figure for the left. He was admired and loved by a lot of people on the left, and most people fear losing something to a guy like this. So for me, yeah, I do think Tucker is an investigative journalist, much better than a lot of the guys on the left. I would give I would put a couple guys on the left that I respect that are doing investigative journalism, and I would put Tucker on that list as well. My question isn't to lose credibility for that. I don't know why he's doing it. Now, he may have a very valid reason for doing it, and by the way, it could also be a reason that's none of our business. He could also be doing it to say, who the hell are you for me to have to explain to you why I'm doing it? I'm freaking doing it because I want to do it. And it's a private matter that I don't even want to tell the world about it, but I told myself I was going to do this when I was going to be free, and I'm doing it. Great. More power to you. But on paper, I still don't know the motive behind doing it now.
I think Pat, great point where I had no idea, but maybe it was maybe he heard something about Michelle wanting to make a run that's going to, put us back into crap. Because, obviously the left isn't doing a good job. But think about it. When was Barack first president term? When did he become?
08.
08.
January of 09.
Pat, if they knew the truth and Sinclair was out during that time and putting out these stories, that's not you think that's what, why they were covering up this, Pat? You can't have, he's going to be the first black president, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, he's gay as well. That's something where Americans are ready for that. Americans they still want a family, father, wife, kids. It would have been way too much to put out a story like, hey, listen, he's the first black president. Oh, and by the way, he's gay, and just so happens that he's doing crack in the back of a freaking limo with somebody. Adam, I get where you're coming from, and my point is I genuinely don't care, but when the story's out in your face,
How would they react if we had one of our presidents was gay? I think off the rip, people would mainly only react type way if he was like a super like flamboyant type of gay. But who would be the people that would, and it's funny he said it. What group of people, what side of the ideological spectrum would have people making fun of him for being gay? Hey, I'm not going to answer. I want you to answer in the comments. What do you think? What people would make fun of a president for being gay? Like, imagine if Trump was gay. Who would be attacking him? Or, well, who would, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like, yeah. I think a majority of people wouldn't care. That's what I think. But there are going to be people that would say something, whether it feels like a Republican that was gay and he became president, or Democrat that was gay and became president.
He's writing letters to his college girlfriend. This is before this whole situation that he got married, saying, I imagine banging
like
dudes.
if there was a Republican that was gay, like I could see Democrat pundits or liberal pundits being like, oh, and let's say if he was against like kids transitioning, they'd be like, wow, a gay Republican, you're gay and you're against your own people. That's how they would use it against them. You know what I mean? They would use that shit against them. The same thing to do with black people.
In my head all the time, all day. This is written, Barack Obama. They have it at the college, Occidental College. It's a fact, okay? These are facts. Everything that I said about Joan Rivers and Tafari and all this and all the letters and Barack and the guy saying he blew up. I'm sorry, the truth, if he is, I'm sorry. It hurts. If it hurts people that he's gay, oh well, congratulations.
Okay, what is the theory, the conspiracy that they had the swimmer killed? What does that have to do with him allegedly being gay?
I think
the chef, not the swimmer, the chef.
For him.
Well, we need a blue dress, otherwise they'll never admit it.
Yeah,
Some blue boxers or
Monica
something.
Lewinsky.
Yeah.
It just
we went a whole damn hour without bringing me into this.
All right, Bill, take it easy.
Bill
right?
denied it until the.
But Pat, you make a great point. What and I
don't know why that guy in the middle on the side with the blue shirt, he gives me like, I don't know. I don't like the vibes from this guy. I don't know. I don't know him. So but I just don't like the vibes.
Me up while you were saying it, I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. What is the motive? One of mine was like, did he run out of guests? Because think about it. Sometimes
No.
Okay. So that's one to say option.
Tucker, when you get whoever you are, there's certain people when you get an email from them, you respond to that interview. Okay, there's certain people. You know, Tucker's on that top 5 list of people that when you get that email, you have to pay attention that's coming from you. Which means what? Tucker gets to interview, I would say, 95%.
Bro, I ain't lying, bro. I'm about to turn this shit off, bro. Come on. Let's see what else they say.
You know.
Do you know what Elon had to say about your friend, Mr. Sinclair? This is Elon Musk, who might have a little bit more knowledge in this general subject than any of us.
Okay.
Here's what he said. Mr. Sinclair is not super convincing, picks or. And that's my ultimate point. Anyone can just run with any ridiculous story, spout it out on any ridiculous podcast, and just go with it.
Pictures from the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were cameras back then. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, see, I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just being judgmental based on how he looked, but he's giving like that smug dude that thinks you know what he's talking about, but he's not saying shit. Like, look at his smile. I don't know. Maybe I'm racist against white people. Oh my God. I see a white dude with his hair like that and no lips, and I immediately don't believe him. I don't know. No hate to this guy. And maybe if I was a bigger creator, I shouldn't be saying something like that. But I don't know. I'm just looking at him and seeing what he's saying. It's not really just, it's okay. No, everybody discriminates. I don't care. Everybody discriminates. If the words you're saying or your ideas that you're saying matches a look, it's gonna trigger something in my head. If you see a motherfucker tatted up, pants sagging down, it could be white or black. I don't care. You know, got jewelry all on him, and he walking a certain way, and then you see him like talk to somebody rude. It's like, dang, the way he's acting and his words fit the image that the persona. Okay, but again. I don't mean to say it could be a great guy, okay? It could be a great guy. But it's funny. It's funny when I see him, like, it's just like, yo, he's fitting the image that I have in my head of somebody that's pushing shit like this. But I have multiple images of that in my head, not just him.
But if Elon is saying this, I think that's fair to say that this probably lacks credibility.
Well,
because he wants to see Tucker win.
Well, 77% of the people that watch one of the dopest podcasts out, business or whatever, I don't think that 77% of them are just crazy conspiracy kooks. They feel it. I could look at it like I could look at Barack and be like, yeah, I could see it.
There's a part of,
so they feel it.
There's a
They
part.
know it.
There's a part of me. There's a part of me as well that likes Elon saying this. There's also part of me that says he has to say this because he's not got a CEO of the company that's like, Elon, what are we doing with this? You want me to get advertisers as a former NBC person, Linda Yacario? You want me to get all this stuff and we're putting something like this and you're retweeting it? You have to comment that you're not fully in it. There's a lot of ways to look at this angle on, you know, Linda could have told him.
Oh, so you're saying Elon doesn't speak for himself? He only speaks for with his advertisers in mind? Or are you saying that he's bought and paid for? You see how easy you could just twist some of this stuff, bro?
And a $500 million advertising deal with 20 different companies. What are we doing here, Elon? Yeah. You're not making my job easy. I'm trying to hit my bonus. Those kinds of conversations
Pat,
could take place as well.
I just want to know is since Tucker's no longer with Fox, he's basically doing whatever he wants. Do you think he's like the white Tupac?
Is he the white Tupac?
Way less gangster.
I think he's absolutely.
Yeah.
gangster.
See, look. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it solidified the bias in my head.
And I think he's pissing a lot of people off. And I think, how hard it is right now to be Jon Stewart. Can you go to the clip of Jon Stewart where he played the you know which one I'm talking about, Rob? I don't know if you found it or not. Just put Jon Stewart on Tucker. Jon Stewart and then put Tucker. Stewart, Tucker, yeah. It just came out yesterday, I want to say, with Jon Stewart saying what he said. Go a little, no, not that one. Go a little lower. He just recently said something about Tucker. Can you go a little faster? Go a little faster to see if it's out there. Oh, no. Okay. No problem. But Tucker called him evil. I'm sorry. Jon Stewart called Tucker evil.
Evil.
He says he's evil. He knows what he's doing, et cetera, et cetera. And in a situation like that's the one right there. If you can play that one, yeah, go for it. Just make it bigger and audio. Go for it.
But to your point, though, about like a guy like Tucker Carlson, like that's cynical. What he does is cynical.
Starts with cynical.
Right. And he hides the true motivation for it. And that's what I mean by the difference between well-intentioned, honest brokering and cynical manipulation.
Yeah, I definitely put him on the evil side. I wasn't going to speak for you, but
no.
For me, I put him in the.
No question.
I feel like he knows exactly what he's doing and saying.
No question.
I don't feel like he's ignorant about his messaging and his coding.
No. It's all purposeful.
Yeah.
And it's marshaling very, very malevolent forces.
Yes.
No question.
But marshaling very malevolent forces. Like, let's just say,
I don't watch Tucker Carlson enough to really know what to say about that. If based off of what I saw with how he talked about the New York Buffalo thing, shooting, that I could see that, maybe is he on the side of trying to push like, oh, racism isn't real, because even though there are, excuse me, even though I do think that there are people that try to discriminate against white people, I think that some people try to exaggerate it more than it really is. You know what I mean? Right? Like right now, I feel like we're just in the realm of a lot of it is rhetoric. Affirmative action that did affect people, right? But a lot of it is rhetoric, though. I will say that. But it's call him evil. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of them call him evil. Like, what are some things that I would call evil? Well, listen, if he is continually doing things to push an idea, to push things that are false, that have a detrimental effect to people, yeah, I'll call that evil. But like PBD, I'm not gonna call PBD evil because I disagree with him with this video. I disagree with him. I'm not gonna call him evil for that. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe calling him evil is too far. Yeah. But what are some people that I'll call evil? I don't know. People that wish harm on people, that's evil.
Say using the DOJ against your opponent, like malevolent forces.
Yeah.
Like using the entire mainstream media to attack an opponent and make the entire country believe Russia collusion was real. And here's what's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that Russian collusion was fake. That was fake for sure.
I'm a fan of this guy.
Yep.
I like Jon Stewart. Okay? And I also happen to like Tucker. I like both of these guys. And I love the fact that 20 years ago, John went on Tucker's show trying to bully him. Mm-hmm. And he leaves. This is when Tucker had a bow tie. It's right below it, Rob, if you can see it. Mm-hmm. And when he had a bow tie on right there, and he's like, this is just awful, right? This show right there on Rapid Fire, and he's going through it. We don't have to play the whole thing. I love the fact that Tucker got his redemption because Jon Stewart today is at a lower level than Bill Maher. I think Bill Maher is kicking Jon Stewart's ass, and people actually from both the left and the right like hearing Bill Maher. And quite frankly, I don't know who wants to hear from Jon Stewart on the right, except for a few people. Jon sounds more like somebody that's just defending his political party to be invited to the parties, and Bill Maher is saying, F all of you.
Yep.
Okay? I think all of you are full of shit. Just the other day, Bill Maher talked shit about Trump on Rogan.
Yeah. Oh, the whole.
And then he goes and talks shit about Biden about you. I'm sitting there saying, good for you, Bill.
Yep.
Good for you. I want to kind of hear what you got to say. But anyways,
Bill Maher has been, speaking his mind. I've seen some of the stuff he says is stupid, but he does say things that I agree with sometimes. So
Bill Maher has more credibility than any of those names you just mentioned because he's willing to call out, ready for it, both sides. If you just want to play your,
Yeah, Jon Stewart, anytime I see Jon Stewart, he's just making fun of like Republicans or whatever, but he don't speak on any stupid shit from the left side. But again, I don't anybody check for that dude. I don't know that nigga like that. I think he's a comedian. I don't know.
This side, so this is who I'm defending, or I'm on this side, this is who I'm defending. I don't think that's a true, honest broker.
But that Tucker story was the biggest comeback story in media.
Oh, huge.
It canceled his show. Jon Stewart, everyone mocked him, and then 20 years later.
Great story. Good for him for coming out, and then boom, he's runs the number one show for God knows how many years.
All right, let's look at the comments real quick. This is a long-ass video. I'm sorry, but this shit was crazy. Tucker said the Gail Obama thing was known for a long time. No one to cover it. So many others have been covering the story for weeks now. You know what's crazy? Not believing your own eyes and wishing things to be true. The result is not whether he's scared or not. The result is honesty. Kudos, beauty, for having a real argument. One thing count down into your eyes, trust your eyes. The timing of Pat taking over the conversation, both of them fixing their papers is amazing. Pat's 30%, but really thinks around 70%. Haha, right. He's not saying what he really thinks. Adam says he's independent, but always was Democrat. I'm a vegan, but I only eat steak. Amazing debates and great mix of minds. Says we need to be able to sit down and have these talks like humans. Too much hiding. So rather than watch the interview, Adam's first impulse was to look into the guy's record to figure out how to discredit him. Does that mean Hunter's a stand-up guy? Because it did kind of discredit Adam a little bit for saying he didn't watch it. But again, what's he saying? He's saying all the stuff that, like, you don't have to watch it to know what was said because everyone's saying what they said. You just look up what they said. You just look it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't watch that shit either, but I already knew what the fuck he was saying because I seen it before. Yeah, people were talking about it, and there's articles written about it. It's nothing new. There's nothing new in it. It's the point. But yeah, bro. Yeah, listen. To me, the whole thing is kind of ridiculous. I think that they're just kind of appealing to their base. I like that Adam wasn't scared to speak his mind because a lot of people are yes men. Like, think about Fresh and Fit. Think about Walter, the dark skinned one. He is a yes man. He's just gonna agree with everything Fresh says, what Myron says. And Myron's the same way. Myron's not really gonna call out if somebody says a bullshit. You're not gonna call it out. They're okay with calling out girls and females, right? But they're not gonna talk crazy to other dudes. Not gonna talk crazy to other men. You feel me? It is what it is. Unless they feel like they're bigger or stronger or better than them, or they could hurt them, or if they pose no threat to them, financially, physically, or whatever, they talk them crazy. But if not, they're not gonna talk. Nah. But yeah, bro, that's the video. Sorry it's so long, bro, but I thought it was some bullshit. But I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you made it all the way to the end of this shit. I fuck with you heavy.